Well, hello there. Good morning, guys. Welcome back. My OBS is telling me that I'm dropping frames, which is not what I want to hear when I get back home. So, if that doesn't clear up, I will troubleshoot, but we're just gonna live our lives for now and yell at me if it sucks. Which is usually the plan anyways. I have not... I got my camera plugged in, like, set up so it's working so you can see me. I don't know if I've changed anything since last time because I was recording on this. So, we'll just see. We're just here. We're just settling back in. I have with me a cat. Throughout the setting up stream process, it has been switching with a dog, although she appears to be passed out now, so I don't think she's giving up that bed. How have you guys been? Monday stream, glad you're back. Welcome. Altrail, thank you for the 5 months. Hope you're still loving the green. Can't wait to hear all about it. I feel like it was just the perfect thing to have because I was easy to find. Everybody said nice things about it. It was great. Tohale, thank you very much for the sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. Let's see. There's a kid yelling on the bus right now. He's got some stuff to say. Hazel, how are you? I think I'm okay, actually. I feel, hang on, do I have a game sound? There it is, a little bit. I feel like I maybe didn't get sick. It's too early to tell. I'm still fried because, you know, BlizzCon. But I think I might not have the plague. I sound a bit rough. But I think that's just because of my, you use your voice a whole lot. Oh, goodness. Mongoose J, thank you very much for the 5 months. Trickster AT with the 4 months, thank you. And Tikabelu with the 3 months. Missed you, Hazel. I missed you guys, too. I don't know how I'm supposed to remember things that happen in my life if I don't have somebody to sit down and listen to me for an hour every day. Oh, gosh. Queen returned from BlizzCon adventure. I made it back. Happy birthday to me. Lucifer, happy birthday. I hope you have a splendid day. Can you confirm not sick? I hope so. I don't sound good though, do I? Let's have a little bit of tea. Oh my gosh. It was so amazing to be there, and it is so amazing to be home. I get like comfy. And I spend so much time in my home that I have everything set up just a very particular way. And no matter how much stuff I bring with me, it's not quite the same. And I feel like I got home and my body finally allowed me to sleep. And I slept like 11 hours last night. It was wonderful. Kira looked so happy that you were home. She's been very clingy since I got back. She was so happy. She's been following me around everywhere. She came to bed with me last night. And we fell asleep together. Usually I'll like roll over before I go to sleep and then she'll get up and go sit by my feet, but she was under the covers with me. After that, BlizzCon, how can I not have been great? I'm still shook. I feel like, and I just read a tweet about this that summarizes how I feel essentially. I feel like now that I'm home from BlizzCon, I need to go online and catch up on all of the news about BlizzCon that I missed because I was at BlizzCon. It's just so much happening. And it was just so overwhelming 110% of the time that towards like, by the time Saturday rolled around, I was not entirely sure of what was going on or what I was saying or to who. It was awesome, but I got so overloaded that I can't process any of it. I need to just like sit and just like look through it or like find like a nice, audio tape of all of the news and then put that on while I sleep and then just absorb it. Imminent Steak, thank you very much for the 5 months. Glad to have you back. So pumped for all the new stuff coming in Shadowlands. It looks so good. It looks so good. Typical Shells with the 5 months. Happy 5 months, Hazel. Hope you had a great time at BlizzCon. I sure did. It's the most dramatic contrast, I think, of my entire life is the pace of my life when I am at home, and then the pace of things at BlizzCon. It's the most bizarre, out-of-body experience that I really have in my whole life. Artemis20, thank you very much for the 3 months. So happy you're back. Hope you had a fantastic time. Missed your streams, all that awesome WoW news. I gotta come up with a way to stream next year, even if it's just like a phone chat thing. Just because I missed you guys. Halloween brought lots of fun, including trick-or-treating and a tree falling on our power line. Oh dear. Tell us everything. I'm gonna need your guys' help with that because I'm not gonna know when to start or where to start or what to tell. So I'm gonna need some good questions. I think I'm a little behind in chat though. Made it really easy to spot you. I'm gonna I was very pleased with my decision to have a pre-BlizzCon hair appointment because also like I had a Brazilian blowout, like a keratin treatment that makes it smooth, and I felt so much better the whole time knowing that even if my hair is a little crazy because I'm just out all day, which I never do, at least it's not crazy frizzy like it was last year. So I got to do the pre-BlizzCon hair appointment every year and make sure I get something pretty visible. Any thoughts on the transmog you get with pre-order that is tied behind a quest and the low drop rates? I have no idea what on earth you're talking about. I will find out though. Transmog that you get with the pre-order that is tied behind a quest with low drop rates. So I just pre-ordered Shadowlands like 20 minutes ago. I didn't get around to doing it while I was gone, so I got back here and pre-ordered it, and I'm still like figuring out what it is that I get and when. So apparently the mount happened, because I wasn't entirely clear. Like I know it said something about something being available in 8.3, probably the Pandaren and Allied Race Death Knights in 8.3. Apparently you get the Ensorcelled Everworm now, so this is kind of sick. It's so pointy. It's so aerodynamic. Oh no, not another one of these ones. Oh, no. Can't do that right now. Maybe later. Maybe later. I'm still recovering. I can't look at that. And then there was a pet, and I don't know if the pet happens yet. I bought the big edition. I just said, give me my money and get me everything you can because, you know, it's me. I don't remember what it's called. So happy to see you home. I bought a weighted blanket, so hopefully soon I'll be having that kind of sleep. Oh, I'm so behind. Did Joker give you a better response than when you left? He did give me some kisses when I met him at the airport. He did seem like he missed me. And he also followed me around a bit when I got home and seemed very happy when we went on our walk this morning. Diablo 4 cinematic was stunning. Took some shine away from the WoW cinematic. It was that awesome. It was wild. It was so cool when it started. Did he get sick as you expected? I don't think so. It's too early to tell. I could still be incubating. Greetings, Hazelnut Mix. Pre-order Mountain Transmog is great. Would look better if I didn't have an eye on my forehead. Getting that achievement. So yeah, the Transmog. So I bought the thing. Sets. It's blinking like it's new. That's the virtual ticket Transmog. Is it here? Is it not yet? Is it really a low drop rate in a dungeon? That doesn't seem right. I'm not caught up. I don't even remember what it's called. I still have the shop window open on my other screen, actually. Choose your covenant. No, that's the expansion. Oh, goodness. Some tea. Anima Wormling Pet. Oh, let's see that if that's what it's called. Do I have that? Anima Worm. I do have an Anima Wormling. It didn't prompt me to unbox it, but I do. Just a little baby one. Oh, that's not actually too tiny, actually. That's a pretty good size. Hold on, look at them. And then what does the Mog set look like? The Flymount grants a quest for the Vestments of the Eternal Traveler Transmog set. Okay. Vestments of the Eternal Traveler. I'm just catching up. You guys probably know a lot more than me about everything that happened. That's heirlooms. Eternal, what do you mean the Flying Mount grants a quest? Eternal Traveler. Okay, so it doesn't pop up here yet. Do I have a quest? I should probably get on my priest. I don't know why, but Beckaboo37, thank you very much for the 2 months. I'm gonna keep trying to chew through chat actually because I'm still quite behind. I don't want to miss too much. I'm going to be a shadow priest in the Shadowlands. How was it hanging out with Tally and Evie? They're precious. They're perfect. I was so glad that we got a chance to catch up a little bit. We didn't take a picture, but I think that at this point that's almost a thing where nobody can prove that we've met each other. We know. Actually, no, somebody took a picture with all of us. We were walking from upstairs to the WoW stage, because I watched the WoW coming next panel, like the one on Friday with them, and somebody wanted a picture that had me in it too, which was funny. Start with when you arrived at California. Were you able to do an interview? No, I didn't get an interview this year. Maybe next year, although I'm alright. Can't believe nobody asked who the next war chief was. I feel like I saw a screenshot of somebody, maybe in the deep dive panel, that they were at least addressing the confusion of it. I didn't get to watch the deep dive panel. I didn't make it in, and I was too uncomfortable to try to use my media badge to find a place to skip the line, so I just like watched it in line with some people. And we didn't see it. Let's begin with talking about the cinematic. Build onwards in a natural fashion. I gotta catch up on chat. How did the meeting with friends go? I met with some people. The very last night, I found some friends that I played with. I played with at least one of them for a few years, and I didn't know if he was gonna be busy or not. But we found some time and caught up, watched the Overwatch League finals, and then we all went out to dinner with his guild and hit up some parties, and that was really, really cool. Drop rates are getting fixed tomorrow. Okay. I wonder if we still have heirlooms. I have a lot of questions that I haven't even sorted through about details about the level squish. I'm sure it's all going to be fine. I was so happy when they showed you in the crowd during the opening ceremony. I didn't find out about that until later. Whatever it was that I was looking at transfixed me so much I did not notice that they had me on the stream. Did you evade the BlizzCon plague this year? I hope so. When you get on your mount, there's a thing on the back that you can click. Okay. Easy to spot. They didn't give attendees free pre-orders? No. Every once in a while, I feel like last year, not just because I do YouTube and I'm like, I don't know, tall or something, they gave me I got looped in for a BFA collector's edition that was like courtesy of Intel. So that was very cool, but that was also well after I'd already pre-ordered it. So if I do get the game, it'll be well after I already bought it. Click the mat. Okay, I'm going to look into that. You do get the 120 boost right now. I have it, apparently. I have no idea what to boost. I'm not even going to think about that, but you do get the 120 boost immediately. Pet mount boost right away. Okay. You just jinxed yourself. Tomorrow you'll wake up feeling like death hit by a truck. I feel like the saving grace was staying super hydrated, and I'm going to continue to do that. And now that I'm home, getting enough sleep. I went to bed at 8:30 last night. I got ready for bed, and I went to bed, and I was like, I will... I need this time because I did not sleep a lot while I was there. Let's see. I'm just gonna try and catch up. Almost. Well, no, I'm not almost there. I'm falling further behind. Button on the mount. Okay. I am so sorry to anybody I'm skipping past. I appreciate you. I'm glad you're here. Okay. Trying to understand the collector's edition. We will announce our retail only collector's edition. Yeah, basically. So they're gonna also do, as they do every year, like a collector's edition box. They usually have like a mouse pad. In the past, they have had an art book. Last year, they had that little medallion that had a Horde Alliance side on it. So there will be a physical collector's edition that will include a code for that digital deluxe plus some physical stuff. I bet you they're going to charge $100 for that. They always do. So $20 further. But if you already had the original editions pre-ordered, the way they've done it in the past is if you buy the physical collector's edition and you already had a code in your account, you can apply the new code and it will give you Blizzard balance for the difference, typically. Or you could give the code to somebody else and just keep the stuff. That's also fine. Check out the Hearthstone toy. I saw the, I saw it on the website. 10 Win, thank you for the bits. Pre-order mount has an orb. If you click it, you'll spawn an NPC. Okay. I will check that out. Although if there's a drop rate that's being fixed tomorrow, maybe I check that out tomorrow. Edgar Twilar, thank you very much for the sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. Also, Screams with the brand new sub. Welcome. Thank you guys very, very much. I'm doing my best. 10 Win, I got your bits. Did you go to the Q&A panel? I was editing. I wanted to make it there, but I also needed to get my video like done. And if I didn't finish it on Saturday, I wasn't going to have it done until like tomorrow. So I watched as much as I could while I was in the press room editing. We had a fantastic time at BlizzCon. There is a new Hearthstone. We can check that out. I'll log in and we can check that out. I'm still wearing my BlizzCon outfit. Gonna make a DHDK. Do that before Shadowlands because they come out at Shadowlands. They'll start at level 1. I mean, with the level squish, I feel like the extra. I guess DH and DK, yeah. Hoping for an art book. Me too, actually. So I had bought collector's editions from every expansion from Kata onwards, and this last year when I was cleaning stuff out of my home, I realized I didn't really feel a need to keep the boxes. They're quite large, and I'm not that sentimental, and I know that I have them, but I wanted to keep something from them. So I like recycled the boxes because they're quite bulky, but I kept the art books because those are really cool and easier to store. And I would love for there to be an art book again. Although I don't know if I would buy the whole, I don't know if I'm going to spend $100 for an art book. I don't know. That's a later me problem. Who are you using for the 120 boost? No idea. Saya BlizzCon is too shy to say hello. Oh, you should have come said hi. I was very much rescued by people wanting to talk to me because I didn't know how to talk to anybody. So it's very nice to have people start that for me. Oh, am I up? Can you show us your characters? I'm gonna check out this Hearthstone. Granted 2 hours at Bloodgate. How'd your time at BlizzCon go? Thoughts on the Shadowlands expansion? Got a lot to get through. Budgeting for my new hair color. Maybe I'll get lucky Cyber Monday. Be able to get a desktop. That'll be exciting. Also, Sapple Favorite, how you been? Good running into you again this year a few times. Long daughter and hubby. It was so nice to meet people. Okay, so checking out the Hearthstone. And let's start with that. So, unopened item. Indeed. Toy box? I'm assuming it's a toy. Do we know what it's called? I mean, I know we know. Somebody knows. It should be on this page, right? An otherworldly eternal traveler's effect. Eternal... Oh, there it is. Oh, look at that. That's a cute little unboxing animation. Okay. So, if I do this, and then I do this... And here, I'll put this over here so I can press the button while we're also they've been doing. So this is the Hearthstone animation from the collector's edition. Oh my goodness, that's terrifying. For some reason, I did not think it started from the head down. Oh, wow. It's also extra funny when you're wearing the virtual ticket feet because you have like the Wendigo feet at the very bottom. Wish there was a search feature for icons in the macro UI and equip UI. I feel like painstakingly scrolling through hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of icons is part of the rite of passage of finding the right one. If you do it in less than 20 minutes, you're doing it wrong. Did you do any BlizzCon shopping? Trying to convince my hubby to let me get the Sylvanas statue. So I did Blink shopping. Hang on. Today's stream game activity, I want to level my Zandalari troll. So I'm going to try and do that with my hands while I get through some stories and keep up with chat and you guys. I'm so happy to... I had so much fun there, and I'm so happy to be back. I have to find a way to stream next year. I don't know if I'll be able to do a WoW stream, but if I could just set up a camera, like, in my room and chat, that would be good enough. I want to set that up. Okay. Zandalari, Troll Druid. She's over... Oh, sorry. Somebody wanted a character tour. This is my priest. She is my main. Gnome Shadow Priest for life. This is my maid. She is my bank alt. She has a very shiny monocle. This is the monk, then I think I'm most happy with her transmog. I think she's the coolest looking of all the characters that I have. She's a Mistweaver, and I was going to get into Mistweaving Mythic Plus, and then I realized I don't have time. This is my Resto Druid. She is my PvP character. If I'm ever going to live out my gladiator dreams, this is where it's going to happen. I don't talk about that later. This is my rogue for lockboxes. This is my Coltiran for Coltiran. Also, she has a fish. This is the Void Elf I thought I was going to switch to when they came out with Void Elves, and then turns out, nah. There's my hunter, because I have to have a hunter. There's another monk. Not really sure what that one's purpose is anymore. I guess she's a brewmaster. I don't know. I still got to finish leveling the warrior, although I'm considering re-rolling as a mechanome on this character, so I think I'm going to chill on it, because I might delete and recreate it. I have room for another one, but having duplicates like the double monk thing kind of stresses me out, so I might re-roll that. Don't judge me. This is a warlock. This is my big boy Death Knight. He's just very handsome. The Light Forge never finished leveling. And then a Void Elf Warlock because I wanted one. This tea I bought at Disneyland. They have this Alice in Wonderland branded tea. This is the Zandalari Troll Druid I'm leveling. They have this Alice in Wonderland branded tea, and I got like all of it. They had this mega pack with all sorts of different flavors, and then this Mad Hatter's blend, which is like a black tea with ginger and apricots, and I got both of them. And this is exactly what I needed. I made the biggest pot ever. It's wonderful to meet you this weekend. I had such a nice time. I got your DM. I haven't read it yet. I saw it last night and I'm like, excellent. I will look through this tomorrow, so I'm gonna find some time at some point and read through that. But I really appreciate you writing that up for me. If you need that many macros, might consider using add-ons. Yeah, there's something satisfying about macro management, though. Last weekend felt very refreshing and cleansing. Still wish I could have been at BlizzCon. What was your BlizzCon highlight? So it depends on if we mean like a news highlight or just a trip highlight, because news-wise, the thing that got me most hyped just from where I was sitting on the floor, and mind you, I probably missed 70,000 things, the new character customization for original races. Like when they showed the new humans and they showed the new trolls and the new undead, I lost my mind. It was, I need to see what they're doing with gnomes, but just, I was just so happy about that. I did get to try Shadowlands. I did hit up the demo. I played for a little bit. I died actually on a quest, which is very embarrassing because I tried the demo. There's like a media demo room, and I was surrounded by people that are also like very cool and super good at this game. And I play on an Orb Weaver, and they obviously don't have those, you know, at BlizzCon demos. So I'm useless when I'm trying to play without my keypad, and I'm just like pecking out keys, looking for my Shadowman like an old granny on the keyboard. And I died on a quest because I got distracted, or I just tried to do too much. There was like a bunch of, it was a thing where you're purifying yourself of your past sins, like a Kyrian quest line, and there's a bunch of mobs that spawn, and they're like fighting NPCs, and you have to clear all of them. And I'm like, I'm a Shadow Priest, I can dot all of them, and that was dumb. I died. And then the death screen was actually very cool, but I like tried to like run back really quick before anybody saw. Nobody knows. Wonderful to meet you at CBS. Sorry I'm late. Overslept a little bit this morning, recovering from the weekend. No judgment from me. If I wasn't streaming this morning, I may have just stayed in bed. But I figured it would be like, because I got back on Sunday and I woke up this morning, it was Monday. I feel like it will be good for me to just commit to getting back into my routine and try to be on a schedule, because if I'm lazy getting back into my schedule, it may take me longer than it should to do it. So I try to get up at the same time, get ready the same way I always do, and I'll just go to bed early again tonight probably. As a rogue, I love that all your characters are named Hazel in one way or another except the rogue. You know what? I never thought of it that way, but maybe it does kind of make sense because she's sneaky. She's low-key Hazel. She's stealthed, as it were. I never thought of it that way. You have so many 120s. Hey Felix, how you been? Yeah, I have a problem. I want all of them at 120. I'm at a better place with my alcoholism now, because I've accepted that I'm not going to play most of them, but it's nice to have them whenever you're trying to farm a thing. Like I've been moving them out to Mechagon to camp by Rustfeather and try to increase the number of kills per day that I'm doing on him or her. I never asked to farm for the Rustfeather mount. So they don't need to be geared for that. They just need to be 120 and tag it. So that gives me kind of a free reign in my brain to make as many alts as I want, because I used to get really guilty when I'd make a new character, because I'd be like trying to figure out a reason to justify why I was leveling, like what I was going to use it for that I couldn't already do. And after you have a certain amount of 120s, you run out of good reasons to have any more. You can do everything you plan to do, but you can always use more characters for farming stuff, so I'm down. Talk with Bay, should be able to help. Help with what? I caught up with him a few times. He was just all over the place. Super helpful. Voice actor panel was amazing. I need to catch up on virtual ticket stuff, and I'm not sure when I'm gonna, well, on the different panels I missed from virtual ticket. The only panels that I got to, aside from the WoW ones, I watched the DevTales panel at 5 on the Saturday. That was really cool. That had WoW devs like telling stories from like when they got hired and how they got hired, and goofy issues that they had with the tech early on. That was a really good panel. And then before the convention even started, actually, I watched a panel at Calm Before the Storm. Perk from Wowhead and Taryn and Warchief Thist and a few other people were talking just about Blizzard experiences and BlizzCon and content creation and all kinds of stuff. So I snuck in for that one. And aside from that, I want to say I didn't catch any panels. So I got to catch up on them after the fact. Lewis, thank you very much for the sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. Gonna boost my Gnome Hunter, Mechanome. I can't boost any of my... I cannot boost an allied race. I mean, I could, but I won't. Because I require heritage armor. It's the reason I'm not boosting this druid, because I want to get this druid set up to play, but I need the Zandalari heritage armor, so I'm leveling normally. Also, leveling does not take that long. Although, now that you mention it, it does feel a little bit weird to be leveling now after we have had it confirmed in so many words by devs that leveling will be significantly faster in 9.0. So maybe I should chill, but I won't. Wonder if they're going to relax the DK restrictions now that they start at 1, they are no longer a hero class? Oh, you mean like letting people have more than one of them on a server? Can we not do that already? I don't know. I only ever tried to make one DK because I'm not super familiar with them. No goblins, just gnomes. Do you know if the level squish is going to affect farming old raids? Hope you can still farm raids like Legion. I should stop saying we because I am not caught up in everything that we know. I did not hear anything specifically confirming how they were going to continue to allow us to do that. But they have, every time that we have done a stat squish, continued to state that they are not trying to prevent anybody from farming old content. They understand what a treasured activity that is for people and how important it is to the feeling of an RPG to be able to go back to old content that is no longer at level and squish through it to farm for stuff. Like, I don't think they're trying to get rid of that. I believe that even if there are some difficulties getting it to work with the level squish, they will figure out a way, as they have always done, to allow people to continue to farm old raids. There's a lot of questions about how the level squish is going to work exactly. Someone data mined the sets for the Bastion Covenant. Yeah, Bastion is the zone, Kyrian is the Covenant, and I can't judge anybody for getting the zone names versus the Covenant names confused because I was a lost puppy trying to remember them when I was recording my video. I had to put them in after because I kept calling the Covenant name the zone name. Where am I going? I'm boarding a riverboat to Nozzlepot. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. I don't really know why I'm in the Barrens, but it's happening. I'm a crazy owl lady. I'm riding a crocodile, you know. You just kind of gotta let it happen at this point. Hey Hazel, hey chat. What's up, Ryan? How you been? Husband undead. My undead. I don't know how I read husband. My undead hair dreams can come true. I was excited for the different levels of fleshy boniness, although I'm pretty down with the bones sticking out, but the hair on them was amazing, which means I need to see the other hair options for like everything. I don't know if I'm going to be able to change my gnome. I don't know if I can live with anything that is not my like strawberry, coral pink, salmony ponytail. Like that's just her hair. My favorite part of BlizzCon was the cinematic reenactments in the voices panel. I was crying. My characters will be going to the barbers based on what they have shown already. Tally died several times, blamed on to keybinds. It's tough to play WoW specifically on a setup that is not yours. Especially without your keybinds. But even with your keybinds, just having like, I picked up the mouse and I'm like, they were gaming mice that they had set up, but they were not 17 button, you know, like Razer Nagas or G600s. So, you know, what are you going to do? Plus Mouse, thank you very much for the 2 months. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed BlizzCon. I lost all my motivation to level alts. I want new fast alts. It means that I'm going to need to find something to do in WoW that's not leveling alts to fill my time. So I feel like I leveled this one. And then I'm popping in and out a bunch. Sorry about that. I must have messed with the autofocus when I was recording. I'm going to level this one because I want to play this one before 9.0. But everything else is just going to have to wait. I don't know why I'm trying to fill all my time like I'm going to be so bored waiting for Shadowlands to come out. I have so much to do. I have so much that I want to do. I have so many videos and streams and videos that I want to make about 8.3 and about 9.0 and just other stuff. Like, BlizzCon is the most inspiring experience you'll ever have in your whole life. Like, the whole energy there and being able to meet people that have seen something that I've made makes it so much more real and makes me want to do so much more. Just got the Junk Heap Drifter today. Only done it about 20 times. I was shocked. Congratulations. This is beautiful, beautiful day for you. I did play the Shadowlands demo. The thing with the Shadowlands demo is that it was beautiful. Super gorgeous. Amazing, amazing art. And that was kind of the only thing there. Like the class, there were no class changes in there. There were no system changes. There was like the only new abilities you got to mess with were the Covenant ones. So it was basically just playing 8 point, BFA, but in a Shadowlands zone. So it was gorgeous and it was super cool, but that was really, excuse me, my voice, the only thing that was going on with it. So I did run around for a while. I took a little bit of footage. The only thing that I noted systems-wise that I found out from the demo that I did not find out otherwise, first thing I checked when I was turning in quests on the Shadowlands demo was the gold rewards from them, because that's usually a pretty good barometer of how much gold you are going to be able, like how much, what the inflation is going to look like. How much gold will you be earning on average from everyday activities such as vendoring vendor trash and turning in regular quests over the state of things as they stand right now. And the like sort of fetch quests or like breadcrumb quests where you're not really doing a thing and just going to a place, those had a flat gold reward of 23 gold. And then for a quest where you were actually killing something or doing a proper quest, those had a base gold reward of 46 gold, which is a decent bump from what we have right now. So I am encouraged that perhaps in 9.0, the gold creation, the gold generation and income from normal things like doing world quests and regular quests and just vendoring stuff that you found out in the world will rise in such a way that people can afford their repair bills. I missed a couple of subs. Did we get Plusmos? I think we got Plusmos, just in case we didn't. Plusmos with the 2 months, thank you. Yigalo2 with the 3 months, thank you very, very much. Zephyrus645 with the brand new sub, welcome to the Squirrel Squad. And Cryaken with the 2 months, thank you very much. Happy 2 month, hope you had a good time at BlizzCon. I gotta get into some BlizzCon stories. Benthic armor is the best for gearing up your alts. The streaming stuff from BlizzCon. What about it? Decker a Cat, thank you very much for the sub. Oh, I'm behind in chat again. Oh, no. Alts are great for holiday farming if you're behind in rewards. This is true. This is true. Did you get to see Pat Crane? I met a lot of people. I might have. I might not have. I started to get a bit face blind towards the end of it. I want to say that I didn't. But if I did, I don't want to say that I did. I don't think I did, but I might have. I've been following you for a while. Homesick. Able to catch your stream. I should watch the WoW voice actor panel. I need to see that. I want to watch the cosplay contest. I want to watch the closing remarks. I was like in the Overwatch World Cup tournament or stage while that was happening. Let's see. They said you'll be able to solo old content. I figured it would be a weird and unpopular decision for them to restrict that now. So they'll make that happen. Are they going to remove Invincible? No. They cannot afford to remove Invincible. They do not need the kind of press they would get if they were like, yeah, never mind, you can't have that anymore. Be able to do the same things, just as strong as you are now and respect older content. Exactly. Opinion to Bellular, only putting out 5 videos. Shocking, isn't it? Especially since he had 20. Maybe it means that he's taken care of himself this year. That would be good, you know? He's just doing him, and he's doing what fulfills him, and making sure he's got everything he needs. I like the Night Phase Zone aesthetic, but the armor is woody. I need to see the Vethnir stuff from Revendreth. I think that's gonna be my jam. Like, the Ardenweld and the Night Fae are gorgeous, and I don't know. It's almost me, but the Revendreth stuff. I need the Gothic Vampire gory stuff. I need it. Totally joining the Necrolords. Do you think it's pointless to start new alts now with all the changes coming in 9.0? A little bit, kinda. If there's an alt that you really want, it's not like leveling is so slow now. You'll still be able to get it geared up and like get a head start. So if you don't mind it taking longer, you could totally do it, which is what I'm doing here. But it's gonna be faster when 9.0 comes out. So I wouldn't, if you're kind of on the fence about it, then I would just find something else to do and just chill. I'm gonna scooch this over. Oh. Sorry. Oh, gosh. Okay. Where am I going? Muddy Tracks exam. That's it. What about the many new customizations? I can't wait to see the rest of them. Down to change the Blood Elves look. Favorite part of BlizzCon's always the voice panel. How was your hotel experience? Okay, there's a place to start. There's a place to start with my stories. I did tell some of these in some footage that you guys won't see for ages because my vlog footage, like my travel footage, is a real train wreck. I recorded a ton on like Thursday and then early Friday, and then basically gave up. I have little bits of stuff. I tried to just keep grabbing things on my phone. I don't know exactly how I'm going to piece it all together. I'm going to like sit down and just do inventory and like build a list of everything I have and try to find a way to tell a cohesive story. But anyways, my hotel experience. So this year I decided to stay in the Sheraton. If you have been to BlizzCon, it's the one where they were doing badge pickup. It's right in front of the Hilton. It's on the opposite side of the convention center from the Hilton. So it's really close, which was great. It was really nice to be that close because I could just pop back to my room and drop some stuff off and then come back and be right there. That was really nice. I check in. They had my room ready for me early, which was nice because otherwise I would have had to kill a bunch of time without being checked in and having to go back and get my stuff anyways. They let me check in early. I got myself all set up. The thing about my room, and maybe the hotel in general, I don't know. There's a thermostat in it, and basically there's a note above the thermostat that basically says, at this hotel, we use a central heating and aircon system, so every room is the same temperature, and we try our best to make all the guests comfortable, but you are unable to change your room's temperature individually. You can raise or lower the amount of whatever air is coming in, heat or cooling, but you cannot change it, and it had a little thermometer gauge above that. And it was nice that they told me that. I know some hotels do that and they give you a thermostat that basically is just for fun, like it doesn't do anything. So it was nice that they were transparent about the fact that you could not adjust the temperature of your room. But the temperature of the room was 65 degrees Fahrenheit, which is kind of like 18 Celsius or so, maybe even 17. And some people, that's probably very comfortable. And if you were outside and it was super warm and you just climbed a bunch of stairs or something, it would have been nice because if you were warm, but I am a, I don't want to say lizard person because I feel like that it means something else, but I don't have a lot of circulation going on in my body. Especially if I sit down for longer than like 20 minutes, I slowly chill into I slowly chill and set like some leftovers that went in the fridge that will never be the same texture again once you take them out. And the entire time I was there, my room was always 65. It never got warmer than 65. When I was leaving, it tipped up to 66 because it was a warm day. But other than that, the aircon was blasting. So I was super happy that I brought those, I tweeted a picture. I brought these like down insulated camping boots that people wear when they're like sleeping outside in a tent to keep their feet warm. And I wore those the entire time that it was in my room, which super helped. I slept in a hoodie. I also had my kettle with me, so I was just like chugging cups of tea. And I almost recorded my news video from inside my bed because I did not want to get out from under the covers. I was very chilly the entire time. And then the shower it had hot water, which was nice. Sometimes hotel showers like don't heat up enough, and I take fairly hot showers, so it was nice that it got hot. But the problem was this thing had like 5 knobs and none of them helped me with the temperature. Some of the knobs were to like switch between the bath and the shower, and some of them were to like change how much was coming out of the shower. So I figured those ones out, but the temperature one seemed really unreliable. Every time I used it, except for once, it was scaldingly hot, like full heat open. And no matter which way I switched it, it was either hot or it was off. And then there was one night when I got back when I was super cold and I was actually ready for that burningly hot shower, and it wouldn't get hot at all. It would only do like maybe lukewarm, and then I gave up. So that was something. But overall, like the location was really good. The cleaning staff were super chill. I was not up on a super high floor, so I could kind of pop up and down. I figured my way out around. The staff were really nice. It was just cold. I was just cold, that was all. Next year, if I decide to stay there again, I will, or just no matter where I stay, just in case it's just randomly Siberia in there, absolutely find room in my luggage to bring a Murloc onesie, because you can't be cold in those things. I said it in my unboxing video, it's true, you can't be cold in one of those things. And I didn't bring it because I thought I was going to be too warm to wear it to the convention center, and I was cold there too. It was like giga air conditioned. Everything was very dry. People were clinging to their chapsticks for dear life. My hands, I've been moisturizing them since I got home with some eczema cream, started like flaking off. It was so dry and I was so cold the entire time. Oh no, I'm gonna bark skin. I bought myself, what did I do? What did I do? I bought myself some hoodie, or 2 hoodies. I got the WoW Arena hoodie, and I also got the MDI hoodie. And I had the MDI hoodie with me like the entire weekend, and I was just like hiding in it because I was so cold the whole time. Now that I've been rambling to myself for half an hour, I'm sure I've got some chat to catch up on. Tally died at least once on purpose just to see what happened. It's great to see it come before the storm. So glad to meet you. I had so much fun there. I can't imagine not doing that party. Hazel, looking into getting a gaming mouse as well. Do you still recommend the G600? What do you think of the Naga Trinity? I do still recommend the G600. I have not heard of the Naga Trinity. I'm going to Google it real quick just to see what the basic look of it is. Razer Naga Trinity. So they want $100 for it. So you're already paying more than twice as much as a Razer Naga, or as a, pardon me, a G600. They copied the button angling, which is nice. The only problem, and I'd have to look at what they're offering. Razer mice, for me, they're great if they work. And some people have had Razer mice and they've had the same one for 10 years. And other people have had the same experience like me, and maybe we just use our mice more roughly. But when I used to use Razer mice, I went through them every 6 months. It would just die on me every 6 months like clockwork. And then once I moved to the G600, I started getting like 3 or 4 years out of the mouse. So I don't see why I would pay more than twice as much for something that is less durable. But that's just me. I just love these things so much. I would need a good reason to switch. Oh, I'm so behind. I'm so behind. Kiss me goodbye. Grats on your crab. Let's see. What item level should be for Mythic +7? No idea. I would aim for, and I hope this is not a wildly out of board expectations. I would aim for like 410 because you can get that. You can, like, I got 410 on my monk after a couple of days of playing just from like Najatar stuff and my first couple of dungeons. So I would see if you can get up to like 400, 410-ish and see what you can do. I don't know if we get upright undead. Didn't you have purple hair in BlizzCon? No, I had pink hair last year, I had green hair this year. I've never done a purple hair BlizzCon. Pink Cyber Kitten, thank you. Oh, I'm behind. I think we thank Decra Cat for the sub. In case I forgot, thank you for the brand new sub. Funhouse25, thank you very much for your brand new sub. Pink Cyber Kitten with another brand new sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad, you guys. And Sedge1987, thank you very much for your sub. Squirrel Squad. Looks like an amazing 3D texture. I need to wash it. I feel like I have journeyed as far as dry shampoo is about to take me at this point. Wendy M. Dub, thank you for the 5 months. That was a quick 5 months, right? I was a little sad just in the concept of time flying. I was a little sad when I left BlizzCon because it's such a magical place and you're sad to go home. But also, the next one's going to be in like 15 minutes, right? Like, this last year, the gap between my first BlizzCon 2018 and the one that just happened in like an hour. Like, it went by so fast that I know the next one's coming around just as quickly. I am barely paying attention to what I'm doing. As long as I'm killing mobs, at least I'm getting something done. I think I have to go up here for something. When the level squish happens, are you going to be able to level in any zone you like, 1 to 40, including BFA zones? I need more details on exactly how that's going to work. Essentially, yes. It sounds like a new player, if they want to play through the new starting experience, it's going to spit them out in BFA zones. So you will be it's going to spit you out in a Legion zone. Well, I don't know. I think maybe it does BFA zone. Yeah, so you can level in any of them, including BFA, I think. You'll pick a story from like a menu. And then it sounded like you were committed to that. I'm not 100% sure whether or not you'll be able to switch midway through. Like maybe you start leveling in BFA and they're like, oh no, I want to go back. I would imagine you'll be able to change it, but they're trying to have you play through a more cohesive story in your leveling experience by picking one expansion and being able to level the entire way within one expansion's worth of leveling. This tea is saving my life right now. Also, I showed this in the unboxing, but this is the BlizzCon key art mug. It's not going to focus, but it's got Blizzard characters on it, and I am filling this with Disneyland tea, and it's saving my life right now. Wish they would make a new coin like platinum. I don't like how big the gold numbers are. That's not a bad idea. I've never heard anybody pitch that, but that's a solid idea. I wonder if there would be tech limitations. I feel like the currency coin types, gold, silver, and copper, are fairly baked into stuff. And if you listen to any of the dev panels where they talk about weird issues they've had developing WoW, it becomes very clear that there is nobody on Earth that has a full and complete understanding of how WoW code works in its entirety. There is nobody that knows for certain what will happen when you do any given thing. So it's something that maybe they could do, but it's very tough to say until they try how hard that would be. So I'm not sure. It's a good idea though. Sludge Beast. Hello. You look goopy. Hope they remove the 2-pack restriction for solo farming. I would be fine if they brought it back up to 1. I also don't mind 2 though, just because I'm so behind. I've never caught up to needing to farm up that close. Thanks for the video, BlizzCon. Informative, entertaining as normal. Glad you had a good time. I'm glad that video turned out okay. I was really worried about it because I edited the entire thing on my iPad while very sleep deprived and huddling over a cup of tea in the press room. So I was really stressed about the audio not lining up. I did my very, very, very best. I had to chop it a little bit to try and fix it at a few different points. But as long as it was watchable and like mostly accurate, that was really what I was going for. And I'm so glad I got that out. Like a year until the expansion. I need every minute of it. I need every second of the time that I have. Hoping the new covenants give new druid forms? How long did it take you to save for the 5 mil Zandalar mount? About a year. I started saving when BFA came out. Like, I emptied my gold stash right before BFA came out by buying the 2 mil spider. Pardon me, I slapped my mic. And then I bought the Brutosaur almost exactly a year into BFA. I did half the grind in the last 3 weeks, though, after 8.2. 8.2 is a big gold patch for me. Mango Cats, thank you very much for the sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. And Wendy M. Dub with the bits. Let me find him. Do you think alt leveling getting him to 50 would be smart to count to max level Shadowlands release? That's not how it's going to work. 120 characters will scale down to 50 when that patch hits. If you are level 50, it's going to scale you down to somewhere in like the 22-ish range. I'm not flush with the math, but basically anything that is between 1 and 120 will get scaled down to an equivalent point between 1 and 50. It's getting squished down. So you're not going to be 50 and then still 50. It's going to bump you down. I don't think they set an 8.3 date. They gave a date for the anniversary event. Doesn't that start tomorrow? No. Yeah? No. Yeah? No. I don't know. They gave a date for the anniversary event, but I didn't hear an 8.3 date. Surprised people aren't talking about how Panda Volparadike is going to be available in 8.3 if you pre-order Shadowlands. There's just too much to talk about. That was kind of sort of data mined. We had data mined allied race DK models, and they were data mined from the 8.3 PTR. So I feel like people kind of, sort of, oh no, I need to escort him. He's going to follow me? Okay. Sort of knew already, and then with so many things that we didn't know yet, it's just hard to keep up. Okay, am I a target marker? Where are we going? I scored him out. Just like anyway? Okay, I am following him. Good. He was just trying to figure out his buttons. I understand. StarKitten42, thank you very much for the brand new sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. Wendy, I will find your cheer. I need to fix my streaming UI. I had Streamlabs OBS update and it no longer fits my vertical monitor and I can't see anything anymore. I like an icebox. Oh, I'm still reading chat about my hotel room. I would have bought a space heater. I joked that I needed to run WoW on my laptop just to heat the room. I would freeze. Yeah, no. Next year, Murloc onesie for sure. Also, it was nice to be home and to be able to sleep and it not being cold really low. Okay, I'm glad that's not just me. I didn't want to complain too much if I was just being like a whiny baby about it, but that's cold, right? That's really chilly. 70 to 74, that's horrible. I keep it around 74 here in my home, and I can survive at between 70 and 74, assuming that I have enough layers. 64 was too low. I thought it was very funny how warm it was in Anaheim. It was like 80s while I was there, and I didn't get any of that because I would go from my freezing hotel to the freezing convention center first thing in the morning before it got warm. I would not leave until after it got cold. And then the only times I was like out in Anaheim were nighttime when it gets cold there. So I was freezing the whole time. I need to dress warmer next time. when we did Disneyland on Wednesday, I was wearing my like Sherpa-lined fleece coat because it was super windy. Need some of those camping boots? Oh yeah, I gotta add those to my Amazon store because I will stand behind that product until the end of time. I wouldn't wear them every day of my life. Like, I feel like their durability would not hold up if I was trying to wear them every day in my home. But for traveling, oh yeah, 100%. No release date for the expansion yet. No, I don't think so. 2020 before end of year. That's true. They did say next year. So that's a good start. Got charged for using a towel. Oh dear. Oh dear. Floyd here now. Sup, dude? Oh, are you okay? Did I win? Did I get him? His thing broke. Did he break it? Did I break it? Am I getting billed for this? I think I made it. Yeah. Okay, I'm good. I want to stay at the same hotel where you were at in 2 years. I was pretty cagey about where I was staying, just as like a safety thing. I'm not trying to hang out in my hotel. Like, I spent so much time out at the parties and at the lobby. I'm not gonna be having like a room party. Uber issues this time around. Oh my god. Only the first ride. Getting from my airport to my hotel on Wednesday was insane. The other Ubers I took, super lovely, although I did crack my head on, like, yesterday coming home. I was pulling my luggage out of the trunk. He asked if I wanted help, and I said no, just because I had it. But I pulled my luggage out, and then I stood up, and I was still under his trunk, and I slammed my head on the corner, like the edge of his trunk lid. I don't know what they're called. I don't have a car. And I was just, like, feeling my head, like, am I bleeding? Am I okay? Are they gonna let me on the plane? Do I feel concussed? And I was fine. I just a little sore, but no, that first ride, I can't even get into that just yet. I gotta catch up on chat. If I start telling that story, I'm gonna be here for an hour. Stop by CVS, buy a cheap space heater. There's a CVS on a corner really close. There's a 24-hour CVS on a corner really close to the convention center, and it will save your life. They sell everything. I bought a 15-pack of water bottles there on the first day, lugged them back to my hotel room, heavier than you would think. Lugged back a flat of water bottles, and was like, I'll never drink this much water, and I drank all of it. I don't remember if I thanked Jessbro64 for your 2 months. Thank you very, very much. My lips were so dry also. Skin becomes dependent on moisturizers. It was required. I don't know how dry it was. I did not have a hygrometer on me, but everybody, normally I'm fine for a day without it, but my lips were flaking off and bleeding into my mouth after the first day. My hands were, I didn't even notice this, like, they're still a little bit flaky up here, but it was just, like, my skin was falling off of my body. It was just because it was, like I said, giga air conditioned, which makes sense because you're going to have thousands and thousands of people in this convention center. It would have gotten very warm and steamy without it, but it's just so dry, especially when you get upstairs, because it was a lot less crowded upstairs in the upper level of the convention center. And it was super dry, which is fine. Just keep a chapstick or other, whatever lip balm you want on you all times. And then next year, I think I might bring a moisturizer too. I didn't want to overpack. And I didn't try the one in the hotel room, but just like a cortisone cream for my eczema, because I have eczema on the back of my hands, like right about here. And it normally, like, it flared up a bunch when I was a teenager, and it's been fine for years, but hand sanitizer and air conditioning will mess it up again. Need a sweatshirt for the convention center. It's so cold there. Before I went, I was telling people how I didn't think I was gonna, like, even if I brought the Murloc onesie, I wouldn't wear it at the convention center because I didn't want to be super sweaty. I would wear it. I would wear it. I wouldn't be cold. Or I wouldn't be warm, rather. It would have been the right amount of warmth to be in that thing. Oh boy. Also so happy to meet you also. So dry. It froze your camera. It was so dry. Oh gosh. I have a Trinity broken 2 months. Big hands, G600 would be best. That's also true. The G600 is quite a wide mouse. I don't have anything for scale. Here, chapstick for scale. But I have good sized hands, so this is a much more comfortable mouse for me. Johnson, thank you very much for the 5 months. Thank you very, very much. Time flies, doesn't it? Main keyboard do I use? This bad boy. Logitech G610 Orion Brown. I'm a big fan of Cherry MX Brown switches, but that is also because I'm gaming on this bad boy, which is a Razer Orb Weaver. So I'm not actually playing WoW on the keyboard, but I type on it a bunch. I'm that person that needed a mechanical keyboard just for typing, and browns are my favorite typing switches. I can also game on them. Like if I'm playing a non-WoW game, I will play on the keyboard. Yeah. Issue with the Naga G600. Better. That's how I feel. Is the Orb Weaver good? I think so. I'm a Logitech fangirl, I guess, because their stuff just works for me, but Logitech, their only gamepad, they had the G13, and as far as I know, they discontinued it, and it also did not have mechanical switches. It had membrane switches, and I wore them out because I know life WoW. So the Orb Weaver is the only gamepad I could find in the market with mechanical switches, and I've been through 2 of them since I switched, and I think that's 2 of them over like 5 years, like 2.5, 3 years per pad, which is fine for me, really. The switches don't wear out on them. The part that I wear out is the joystick, but it feels really good. They have an issue. I did a video on them, actually. I did a whole video reviewing them, so if you wanted to know more thoughts, I did that. But the biggest problem with this thing, with the Orb Weaver, excuse me, I'm dying. Sorry, I missed my mute switch. Oh. I love tea. Oh, that's so good. The biggest problem with the Orb Weaver is that the glue that they use to glue down the wrist pad, this grippy bit here, melts under the heat of a normal human hand. So without fail, 97% of the time, unless you have a prosthetic hand or just no circulation, the warmth of having your palm on the thing will dissolve the glue, it will get everywhere, it'll be super sticky, and that pad will come off. So in my video where I recommended them, I'm like, you gotta, they just haven't fixed this problem. They continue to make them like that. They have for years. I guess they just don't care. So if you're gonna get one, be prepared to, when that happens, clean the glue off. You can use some like rubbing alcohol, you can use some glue gone, whatever you got. Clean off any of the sticky goo, clean the pad, get yourself some super glue. I use some Gorilla Glue. Carefully glue it back on with an adhesive that will not dissolve under the heat of your palms, and then you're good forever. And I've done that twice now because this is my second Orb Weaver, and that works great. Like, you clean it off, you put it back on. It's stupid that you have to do that, but it's the only option on the market. If I can ever get myself in a room with the Logitech team, I desperately want to convince them to make a mechanical keyed gamepad that doesn't have that issue, but I just don't think there's a market for them. I'm like one of 5 people in the whole world that uses them. So Rhapsody, thank you very much for the 5 months, appreciate that. And Lynn 91 with the 3 months in the Hazel Love. First Naga lasted 8 years, current one is 3 years old. Some people I feel like maybe they're just nicer to their mice than me, or maybe they have better luck or something, but I've noticed a definite dichotomy. Like, I've heard from people like that where they're like, I get 8 to 10 years out of them, and then I've heard from people like me that were like clockwork every 6 months. And I guess 6 months is within warranty, so I guess I could have gotten warranty repairs, but I never bother with warranty repairs. I don't deal with that. Oh, I'm so behind. Did I find Wendy's bits yet? Oh my goodness. I'm reading chat from like an hour ago. Okay, I'm gonna skim casting animation for Moonblast. Do you drink your tea without sweeteners? Depends on the tea. Herbals, yes. Greens, yes. Oolongs, yes. Pu'ers, yes. The only tea that I will sweeten is black tea. If I'm having a black tea, I will usually have it with milk and a sweetener. Everything else I drink straight. Elianasa, thank you very much for the 5 months. What an amazing BlizzCon, right? What a year. I talked to a bunch of people that were saying that this was their very first year that they got to go, and I'm thinking like, good call. Good pick. You got the one. Like, wow. Insane. Things to do while waiting to prepare for Shadowlands. I used to say leveling alts. I can't really do that anymore. I mean, you could level alts, but I would say, oh, pardon me. Things that I'm going to be doing in the time that I'm not making videos. Grinding gold and trying to catch up on all the gold sinks. There were quite a few gold sinks added. So just using the current state of professions, alchemy, enchanting, also world quests, and just rep to grind gold and playing the auction house. Grind gold for, I'm still going to catch up on 2 more frog mounts. And then I think I'm caught up, so I need another like 600k. I'm like 200 in. What else can you do? You can farm mounts, farm pets. Try to catch up if you're a collector. Try to catch up on what's available because they added so much stuff in 8.2. If you're not done your meta achievements yet, the Naz meta, the Mechagon meta, those will keep you busy for a while. That's about it. That's what I'm going to be doing. You can always take a break, play another game too. Interviews with game devs, seen Bay and Preach put a few up. I did not get an interview slot this year, no. Tech panels, dev panels, most fascinating thing at BlizzCon. Oh yeah. I missed the Codecraft one. I did get a tour though. So they have this mission center. I didn't record any of this. It was too late, and also I didn't want to ask. But they have this mission center at BlizzCon that's like this big room they've set up that like controls the stream and the broadcasting. And they have like all of these video feeds coming in from all the different stages, and they have people that are like that are directing the content and like cutting together the stream and handling like all of the tech issues of putting on a BlizzCon. And I have a friend that works there now. I have a buddy that works there, and I was hanging out with him and on like late on the Saturday, and one of his friends came out. It's like, hey, we started talking about streaming and what they do there, and he asked me if I wanted a tour, and I'm like, yeah, I do. So I got to walk through like the area where they put together the BlizzCon stream, and the tech that they use was so cool. All of those people were just so hard at work. Getting the show done smoothly, and the just the way they have it all set up. I wish I had gotten that earlier in the show because I was so overloaded with info. It's hard to process what he was telling me, but I felt so special to get to sneak in there and look around, because that's, you know, maybe I didn't interview a dev like Bay or Preach, but I got to see the stream stuff. At some point, coding is just magic, starts doing whatever the hell it wants, which is kind of cute. It has a thing of its own. Did I find Wendy's bits yet? Oh, there they are. We got the Uni 100 little unicorn. I found it. Gosh, I'm behind. Saturday night, I biffed it going on the stairs in the fountain for a pig. If you're a new player, be forced through BFA. If you're not, you can level anyways. Any expansion will get you 50. Let's see. Hang on. I'm so behind. I'm just, oh, hey, chat's on my screen. That means that I need to turn on this one. There we go. Hey, hyena. What time is it? It's 11. Okay. But to get to 5 mil, should I wait to see if they announce a new gold thing? Just go for that longbow. Get the longbow. 100%. Get the longbow. You will, no matter what could they announce that you would want more than a longbow? The longbow will help you make any gold that you need for any gold sink that they add ever again. Get it right now. You have to. It's the best. It's the best. Definitely meant to farm tomorrow. Yes! Holy moly. I was sad that I came home on Sunday because T&E did their weekly reset thing yesterday, and some people were going out for dinner when I wanted to go, but I am also a little glad that I came home because now I'm home and I rested a little bit, and I can hopefully get some stuff together for that. Save my gold for now. Okay, keep my place at 68. It's a house. Keep my apartment at 70. Works differently between the two. Sherpa line sounds inhumane. This code is cheap enough that I guarantee you it's artificial. It's basically just a word for that fluffy fleece lining thing. And obviously not of like the Sherpa people. I don't think there was a 8.3 release date. So far from the con, didn't make it to any parties. I stayed out so late, which is so out of character for me. I am a going to bed by 10 p.m. kind of girl. And maybe it's just the culture there. It felt like everybody was out. Like I was getting to bed like 2, 3 a.m. every single day. And I didn't even feel bad about it because I wouldn't have been able to sleep earlier than that anyways because I was too excited. And I would wake up in the morning at like, before my alarm, I would wake up at like 7 or 8 after having gone to bed at 2 or 3 and be like, all right, next day, let's do it. Like it just felt like Christmas. I didn't get tired until I got home. Except for the new race customization. Do you think Blizzard will let us customize existing characters with the new customization options? 100%. You're going to be able to barbershop that right up. The arcade smelt so good. I didn't get to the arcade. I did not get to the arcade. Thanks for the content during BlizzCon. Well done. Hope you had a good time. I'm so happy I got something out. I'm just trying so hard to earn that media badge so I can hopefully keep getting them because they're the best. And because I really desperately want to do the thing that I'm trying to do properly. So I'm so happy that I got a thing done and that it worked. I was so stressed about that. How difficult? Someone like me, never done it before, former leader, raiding guild, retail, WoW. Any advice? Assuming that you have some raid experience and that you have some social muscles, I would say, you're going to be just fine, because I think that recruiting for a guild is going to be easier than trying to get into one. I feel like there's more people floating around looking for a guild, especially after Classic came out. A lot of guilds kind of half their roster went to Classic and half their roster stayed behind and now needs more people to raid with. So I bet you could do that. It's just you're going to need to take some time to figure out and trial people and feel like who fits your culture and what your culture is, and get yourself a core team together. And that is going to take like some social skills that I don't have. I don't know how to tell somebody that they are not performing up to a standard that we need. I don't know how to organize stuff and corral people and get people to come on time and stuff like that. So if you can handle the management part of it and you're willing to put in the time, I think you'll find people. It's just a matter of like recruiting a lot of people and then getting it to a point where, and I'm not saying you have to kick people that won't fit in, but if you're trying to do a raiding team, particularly if you're trying to do a competitive raiding team, maybe having a couple of tiers and recruiting somebody. So there could be like your progression tier, your progression group, but maybe also having like a casual group or like a social tier in the guild for people that want to be a part of it and want to hang out, but they're not necessarily equipped to raid, or they don't want to raid, or they can on a schedule to raid. Like just setting everything up, I think, is going to be the hardest part. One patch of eczema in the back of my hand right too. It's yeah, I feel like that's a fairly common spot for it. My sister gets it too, so on the exact same spot. So some of it must be genetic, but like anything that you're washing your hands with will aggravate it. And at the convention, I was constantly washing my hands and hand sanitizing, which maybe helped save me from getting sick, but also wrecked my skin. Stormy Steph, thank you very much for the 3 months. Hi, Hazel. How come no interview this year? I always like yours. They're just limited. They're limited spots. I could have tried to make it to the WoW group interview. I don't remember what I was doing. It was something. They just have limited spots and they just reach out to people for them, and I just didn't make the list. I don't think there's a problem with it. I don't think that they like don't like me or anything. But it's honestly a tiny bit of a relief, because those are great and they're very cool to do, and they're so stressful. And I'm a one-woman show. I don't have a camera person. I don't have a mic guy person. I don't have help. And I don't know how to set myself up with help. And when you don't have any help and you're setting up an interview and tech for an interview and miking an interview and camera and angles for something that you don't do very often, it's very easy to make a dramatic mistake. And that's the last moment that you want to make a dramatic mistake for. Plus, the interviews happened right after the announcements, and you had to come up with questions from a thing that you saw like 20 minutes ago, and you had to set up and memorize interview questions really quick. It's a cool thing to get to do, and I do hope I'm included again at some point. But also, I didn't feel too bad about it. I felt a little relieved that I could just kind of focus on the other stuff I was working on and not have to stress out about that. Let's see. Freezing for a second, coming back. On my camera or in the whole game? My camera, I need to readjust my settings. This is the camera that I was using to film at BlizzCon, and I just plopped it right back on my stand and plugged it in, so my settings might be a little bit off. Shown on camera, they announced the release of the alpaca pet. That was a good moment to cut to me. I got more hype for that than anything else they showed. Like, I was excited for everything, but oh gosh. Yeah, no, I am super behind on chat. I'm trying to catch up. I don't want to skip too much. Neon Inu Ganetto, thank you very much for the bits. I really wish that the thing that told me there were bits also had the message. Did I see Rhapsody sub? Oh my goodness. I'm literally like 10-15 minutes behind. Okay. I'm so sorry for skipping chat. I'm so sorry. I do have the pre-order Hearthstone bonus. I can show you the effect. I understand that you asked me 10 minutes ago. Toy box. What was it called? Travelers. There's like Eternal and Travelers Hearthstone. This is what the pre-order, the deluxest edition comes with this Hearthstone effect. It's a toy. Looks like that. Very cool. Let's see. Corner of mine is peeling. Lag. Stream's a bit laggy. Just me getting some lag. Picture keeps locking up. Sound goes on. Okay. Okay. On and off. Sorry, camera during the announcement. Screen's twitchy today. I need to do some internet tests because I was dropping frames earlier. It doesn't look like I'm dropping frames now. Oh, I moved. But I definitely was. I'm going to turn this off. Let's see, stream's been funky. Stream had some hiccups too. I may need to update some stuff. What am I bitrate right now? Am I streaming at 4K? No, I'm not. Output. Streaming. Rescale. 5K. No, my bitrate should be fine. I understand saying that it should be fine does not help when it's not working correctly. Hopefully the sound keeps up. Reset my internet. I think I'm gonna try and put this whole stream on YouTube. I'm not seeing any new packet loss. The thing, I was dropping frames when the stream started, and it looks okay for me now, but I understand that doesn't mean that it's okay. Let's see. Not frozen. The whole game, okay. One woman show is awesome. Glad we got to meet you. Sad BlizzCon's over. Very happy to be home. Thank you so much to any of you guys that found me and said hi. It was so cool to get to see people in person. It's such a trip. Green Duck Tape, thank you very much for the 2 months. Mr. Streams while you're traveling. Glad you're back. I'm back. I was talking about how before I left, I wanted to try and find a way to stream next year, and that's still true. But I also don't know where the time will be to stream next year. Like, I had in my mind that I was going to be, like, going back to my hotel at, like, 8 every night and then, like, playing WoW. And that did not happen. So I don't know when. Fine on my own. Okay, I think okay now, laggy before. Okay, hopefully we keep up. Should I get one more deep conditioning treatment before I dye my hair again? Stylist will have to strip the previous color. I would say it depends on the condition of your hair, and only you can really tell that. I think you're probably, if it feels healthy and your stylist is good and knows what they're doing, they can strip it without damaging it too much. Mine uses something called Clear, I want to say. And she can lift the color out of my hair and do barely any damage to it. And then we use Olaplex in every stage of my hair being redone that helps to rebuild the bonds. So if you can get, I don't know if you're using Olaplex, but if you can get it and do that at home, that definitely helps things keep up. Do I level a new 2 now or wait? Honestly, wait. Had a good BlizzCon. Blank canvas. Thank you. Feral Petals would know. she knows exactly what happened to my hair. So, by the way, any hair questions? She's the one you want to know. I'm going to get up real quick, and I can't believe I drank an entire pot of tea in an hour. This is gigantic. I will give you guys kitty cam. Be right back. Hang on. Let's see, where'd my dashboard go? I will. Okay. Put on the kettle for a second pot of tea. Let's see. Got around to messing with my monk and demon hunter. Do they buff the experience you get from invasions? I want to say I don't think so. How do you style your hair? Blow dry? Mine is a mess if I don't blow dry. I have to blow dry it. I tried for a long time to just air dry it because I felt like that was better for my hair, but it's just too frizzy if I air dry it. I am trying to perfect the art of blowing it out myself. I did this myself, although I also have a Brazilian in my hair right now, which is the keratin thing that helps a lot. Expensive to get done, takes a while, but it definitely super helps. I have to get that before BlizzCon every year. But yeah, no, I blow it out. It's easier now that it's a bit shorter, and then that keeps it decently smooth. Quiet kitty. Hair looks great today. Why, thank you. This is the I haven't washed it since I left hair. I'm gonna... Oh gosh, I have so much to do today. I need to put out the legendary Patreon thing. I need to pick a baking stream date. I need to inventory my footage. I need to wash my hair. I need to make a grocery list. I need to make a list of lists that I need to make. But it's good to be home. I'm gonna get caught up. Wet hair in a ponytail to dry does not get frizzy. Okay, so you want to hear the Uber story? I don't know how good I'm gonna be at telling the story. So I flew in to John Wayne Airport, which I 10 out of 10 recommend. If you have the choice to fly into John Wayne instead of LAX, do it. It might cost you extra money, but it's so much closer to the convention center that if you are ride sharing yourself from the airport to your hotel, you might save that money there. And goodness gracious, do the John Wayne Airport. But anyways, I get in that airport and I need to take an Uber or rideshare, but Uber's the one that I use, to my hotel, which is like a 20-minute drive maybe. Oh, Kami, thank you very much for the bits. Hey Hazel, how you doing? Been a long time since I joined. What do you think of the Bastion place? Looks very Greek and Roman. It was gorgeous, and looks kind of like the, you know, the Warrior Class Hall, the Valkyr Stormheim Hall of Warriors kind of thing, but like stepped up to 14. Fablock, hey, thank you very, very much for the brand new sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. Confirm, John Wayne, much smaller, more efficient, absolutely. I had a bit of trouble finding my baggage claim, but I got there eventually. So yeah, 20-minute drive. Driver gets there just fine. They have like a little pickup spot, but it's much closer than the new LAX spot, so that was fine. Driver shows up and he looks young, which is fine, but he looks so young that you're not entirely convinced he has a license. I'm sure he does because he's driving for Uber. I'm sure he was an adult, but very young guy wearing a full suit that did not quite fit him. And it's a warm day. It's already like high 70s. I had just rolled out all my stuff, so I was already sweating, and this guy gets out of the car, full suit on, and you can immediately tell he has some personality, which I'm there for. Like, it's super fun. Neon Inu Ganetto, thank you very much for the bits. How about more bits? Apologize for my long message. Hope you're doing well. I hope I caught your last message. Did I read it? My feed. What if I do this? No. What if I do this? There we go. There we go. Bits messages. Bits messages. There we go. Thanks for the advice. Have had some raiding experience. Never reached Mythic due to past guild issues. Would like to get back into raiding. Oh no, that's where my thing in Shadowlands, and I have. Oh no, I can't read the whole thing. Also, my tea is ready. Also, I don't want to forget where I am in my story, but thank you guys so much. He was trying. Just wait. I'm gonna go get my tea. Bring it over here like this so I don't have to get up again. Set a timer for 5 minutes. Okay, so I don't know if you guys have driven kind of around LA and like Orange County. It's pretty nuts. People are pretty aggressive. There's a lot of assertive merging going on. And my driver is super animated and into the stories he's telling, and they're all kind of flown. Like I mentioned that I was from Portland, and he looked kind of confused, and then I said something about like Portlandia, because I know people are familiar with that, and then he started talking all about the show, and I was too shy to tell him that I hadn't seen it. And it comes out that I'm like from Canada, so he starts like mentioning all of these Canadian things he's super into. He's just trying to relate, but the thing is, he's so into his stories that he's like not paying attention to the road, and he's like hand talking. And we get to the point where he needs to take an exit off the highway. And this is already after he has made some questionable driving decisions that resulted in some very fast braking. We have to exit, and he's so into his story that he almost misses the exit. And he tries to swerve into it at the very last minute, but there's a bus there, and he almost swerves into the bus and then goes, oh no, a bus, and then swerves back into his lane. Misses the exit, and the ride takes twice as long because he didn't get into it. And then he's driving like an insane person, and I'm just sitting back there looking like out the window like I'm not convinced I'm gonna make it. And you know how Uber drivers will have their phone up front with like the map and everything? He had that. But when I got in the car, within about 5 minutes, I saw an alert pop up on a screen that said 5% battery remaining. And so yeah, it took us twice as long to get there. And I got out of the car and I thanked him, and he helped me with my bags. And then he left and he was like, yeah, so keep gaming, man, which was hilarious. Super fun guy. Would never have him drive my car again. And I don't know if this is a good or a bad thing. I left him a 5-star review because I always do. I'm not trying to get somebody to lose their position. Like I was borderline about it because it was genuinely unsafe driving. So maybe I should not have done that, but I just can't. I don't have it in me to tank somebody's reviews. And I was scared to take another rideshare, but the other ones that I had after that were very, very good. Yeah, no, 5 stars. I see some bits here. We got Smurf Lord and Okami. I'm gonna get a better interface to read my bits messages. There's got to be one around here somewhere. Twitch, please. Or Streamlabs or somebody. What if I move some stuff? I just want to catch up on the bits messages in a way that shows the whole thing. If I put this here and then I move this here. Okay, I'm going to be looking away from the screen, reading over here, but that's fine. Although I still can't see the end of Neon's first message. How you doing? Long time since I joined the stream. I did read that one. How about more bits? Hope you're doing well. How's this for drama? I got upgraded to business class for LAX to London. My wife didn't. Agreed, LAX is a nightmare, but fast track security and lounge helped a lot. That's not too bad then. Most of me clowning on LAX is mostly from, I've never been through there, but I've heard a lot of people that went that wish they hadn't. That's the only place I'm getting my experience from. Which covenant do you think you would choose? I only know the aesthetics of each one, so it makes me lean towards the Ardenweld and that vampire-looking place. Also, how do you think the covenants will factor into roleplay, as if somebody's writing a story for their characters in WoW? So I want to... it's going to depend on the abilities, because as a raider, I owe it to myself and my team to choose a covenant that is going to be... Like, if the power levels of the abilities are wildly dissimilar between the covenants and there's an obvious correct PvE choice, I'm going to need to make that one. And that's going to be okay because they all look very cool. I was ranking them, and if I'm ranking them, though, I'm going Vethnir of Revendreth, followed by Nightfae of Ardenweld. And those first two are very tight. But Vethnir first, Nightfae second. And then third, the Kyrians of Bastion, and then fourth, the Necrolords of Meldraxxus. But they're all amazing. So if I'm picking one based on aesthetics, it's got to be Vethnir, but I won't be mad if it turns out to be one of the other ones for combat reasons. It's just going to depend on what the Shadow Priest abilities look like. It's kind of adorable. Visanetrix, thank you very much for the sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. Venthir, I can't remember. I want to say that you're right. I keep calling it Vethnir. And I keep adding apostrophes into the middle of all of these new words where they definitely do not belong. I need to absorb. Oh, hey, my tea's ready. I have over here. Get my tea bag out. Can't have it continue to steep. All right, Neon Inigeta with the bits, and I will find them. I bet I can pull them up on a website. There must be a page here on Streamlabs somewhere. I'm a professional streamer. I deserve to be a Twitch partner, guys. Sure, I'll log in. That sweater's awesome. Oh, this sweater? This is some Hazelnutty merch available, by the way. Link down below. I did see one. Well, my friend had a cat shirt that I was really happy to see. I don't think I saw any other Hazel merch while I was there. which was a bit different from last year. So I need to step up my merch game because apparently this current merch line, I love it, but it's kind of bombing. Recent events. Is this it? No, those are donations. Other bits. Okay. Another question. How do you think this new class changes will affect the class ranking in PvE? I want to stick with my Ret Pally Space Scout. Until we see all of the class changes, and honestly, until the people that Theorycraft get a hold of them, it's going to be very tough to see how they influence the rankings. And I'm never the person that really stays on top of the rankings. I always hold that unless you are a mythic raider, and even like a cutting edge mythic raider, like somebody, like unless you're trying to race really, you can make it work. The difference between a casual player and a player that has put in the effort to learn their class and to learn their rotation and to learn their alerts and their quirks of their class and get the right stuff in practice. The difference between that person and an average person that's just kind of going in and winging it is so much bigger than the difference between the classes in the class rankings. So if you are playing a class that's kind of middle of the road and you're feeling bad about having fallen in the rankings, you can overcome that difference and outperform people above you in the class rankings by trying harder than them, unless you are on the tippy top of the cutting edge where everybody's already trying maximum levels of hard. If you're just in a normal guild, you're in a heroic guild, you're in a mythic guild that gets there like a few months later, you can overcome that difference by improving your own gameplay. So I wouldn't stress too much. You want to be a Ret Pally Space Scout? I believe in you, and I believe that you can out DPS every last person in your guild if you believe in yourself. So Torn of the Covenants probably go based on a tune I have, at least 4 I like to bounce on. That's the other thing, is I must see every single storyline. I'm going to, and actually that's kind of a fun thing to get to choose, not only like what covenant am I going to be, but I have alts. I can be all of them. I can see all of them. Like my Druid would want to be Night Fae. My Shadow Priest would want to be Venthyr. My, who do I have that would want to do the Kyrian thing? Probably my, like my Paladin, and probably my Monk actually might be a Kyrian. I guess I'd have to look into her. But then, the Maldraxxus, that would be kind of like, I don't know. Let's see. Okay, catching up. Did you have to pay for the whole ride due to his mistake? Honestly, I don't know. Oh, you know what I did do that I don't normally do? I only tipped him 15%. I usually tip 20. I wonder how many people he had to drive around that day, but Uber made a killing during BlizzCon. It's very busy. It's very, very busy. There's also a ton of pedestrian traffic, so it's hard for people to get in and out of like the hotel entrances. But that's not the part where he tried to merge into a bus. Neon with the bits. Let's see here. Many thanks. Last question. What realm do you play on out of curiosity? I am on Lightbringer. Well, right now, actually. Oh, no. Hang on. I spilled tea on a thing that I'm not supposed to spill tea on. Right now, I am on Hyjal, which is my Horde server, but my main server is Lightbringer NA. I have a chat command, actually. I set up a chat command for !realm that should spit out my server info. Uh-oh. I heard a sound, and that's not good. Okay, you dry. I won't turn that on again for a bit. How are you doing? How can I help? I don't need help. Do I look like I need help? Okay. Maybe Mixer can give you a better interface. The interface is not Twitch's problem. There are many tools to see this sort of thing. I'm just not super set up for. I guess I never expect anybody to cheer. The Streamlabs OBS needs an update though. It used to scale, like I used to be able to resize it on my vertical monitor, and I can't anymore. I cannot resize it to fit it, and it's not good. I need to switch back. Get an assistant to read Bid's messages. 5 stars for scare factor. Did she say clowning? Yeah, is that... I kind of regret it. I don't know if that's how I talk. 1 character in each covenant. Is the Murloc mug easy to use and drink? 6.5 out of 10. You get used to it. I use a straw with it, and also you do get used to it. But I'm not going to lie to you, the first like 5 times you try to drink out of it, you might spill a little bit if you're not paying attention because it's got a weirdly shaped opening. But maybe I'm just clumsy. I spill regardless. Level Squish almost certainly going to be pre-patch. They tend to do systems changes like that in the pre-patch. Just so they have time to fix it before the expansion launches. Do you think new class change? Oh, no, I read that one already. Covenant not into this Necklord one. Undead just not my thing. That's kind of how I'm feeling about it. it's just, like, it's very cool, and I appreciate what they said about how it's about strength and not necessarily good versus evil strength. It just doesn't really seem like my jam. Venthyr all the way, style over substance, baby, right? Could you explain Soulbinds a bit? From what I understand, it's like another talent tree person. I don't know if I understand it well enough to give you a completely accurate breakdown. I can tell you what I think it is right now, but take this with a grain of salt because I am a fried potato. As I understand it, you will have a few different options of who to soulbind with based on your covenant. Each covenant will have a couple of different characters where you can spend anima to unlock extra choices of abilities. And those choices are specific to that character, and that character is specific to that covenant. And those sort of like talents. What I don't know is how long it takes to unlock them, how permanent they are, where they function. Presumably function everywhere. I have some confusion between how that works versus Torghast. I need to catch up a little bit, but the basics of it is that you will be able to spend a currency that you accumulate in the world to unlock talent choices, essentially, off of a person who is associated with your covenant. I think that's the deal. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Anxiety over making the wrong choice for rating, having to go through a cumbersome grind to change it. Yeah, and like WoW had found out in their interview, you will be able to change it, but it's not going to be pretty, so it's going to be fairly important to make the right call ahead of time. For that reason, I don't see them changing and rebalancing the covenant abilities too much. There's only going to be one ability per covenant that is for everybody, and then one more ability per covenant per class. So I feel like they pick those, they get them set up, they get them balanced as well as they can, and then they leave them alone, because you can't just have them rebalancing those and changing the correct choice for your class mid-expansion, and then expecting people to grind a new covenant. Rankings means nothing, says the enhanced shaman for life. DPS output, racials are pretty much nitpicking. Like, racials, they don't mean much unless you're min-maxing. Exactly. Exactly. Okay. I think I need to set a time limit on how often people can do the realm command. Also, hang on. Is she covered in oil as like a... Is this NPC covered in oil as part of like a character thing? Because I want to say this isn't right. I think there's a reason why that's not okay. Here, I'm gonna bug report real quick. Help. Submit bug. What's her name? Wenicky Bolt Button. Wenicky Bolt Bucket. NPC in the Northern Barrens is displaying some issues with her model. Facial textures not showing. Let's say that. Let's phrase it like that. Hopefully that's an action. She might just be like oily because she's like works around the tar pools. Maybe she just got a face full of tar. I don't know. Young people just don't know how to drive. Don't at me because I'm old and not on social media. What are you looking forward to most in the new expansion? Cosmetically, the new character options, I need to see them. I don't know if I'm going to use them on my main, but my alts are getting some makeovers. Gameplay-wise, I'm dying to get into Torghast. I love roguelike style gameplay. I love beating your own personal best. I think it's going to be a very streamable experience, and I want to go set up camp and live there and see what I can do. Texture error? Okay, good. All right. That tower looks like it has potential for sure. Kitty looks very comfy. I miss my cat. I miss everybody, and I miss my dog. My dog missed me, and the fish. Everybody's good, but like I missed my kitty. She comes to bed with me and she cuddles and she like sees me when I come in the door. She was like very happy when I got home. Something you can jump into with friends. Have they announced when the anniversary event starts? Haven't seen it in the calendar yet. I also did not spot it in the calendar. They did announce it. Let me see if I can find that. Wow, 15th. I want to say tomorrow. Let me anniversary event date. Because I'll have to do a video. 3 days ago. Dated for mid-November. Thanks. When? They did say a date. Somebody told me a date. I just don't remember what the date was. I don't need an article from Blizzard Watch in August. They obviously didn't know back in August. Dates expected to last from November 16th through 30th. I don't know if that's true, though. All right, never mind. If I can't Google it, it doesn't exist. It's on the calendar now. It's the 5th. Okay. Oh, hang on. Ow, 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 ouch. Oof, ouch, owie. It's on the 5th? Well, oh, hey, it is there. I'm dumb. The World Quest bonus event graphic threw me. All right. Yeah, it starts tomorrow. 7 a.m. Oh, boy. All right, early morning. Look at all these hyenas. Okay. I'm heading back. Have I leveled at all? I feel like I must have come up at least 1 or 2 levels. I'm not very conscious of what I'm doing right now on my druid. It's just something to do with my hands while I try and get through my stuff. Hazel, did you get to meet the red shirt guy? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I feel like I would have recognized, depending on which one you're talking about. There's like OG red shirt guy, and then there's the last red shirt guy. It lasts until January? Wow. Does it? I think I heard that, actually. I think they heard they were going to leave it open for ages. 15th anniversary event begins. So if I go to January. Yeah, it does. It lasts until January 7th. That's dope. It's such a big anniversary. They don't want people to miss it. You do not want to miss your Deathwing mount. You do not want to miss it. Love the light green highlights. Why, thank you. Will you play D4 when it's out? Depends. I feel like it's gonna be a while, right? Like I have some time to make that decision. It depends on what else is going on and how busy I am. It also depends on if my guild is playing. If my guild is going in and I have the time, I would love to go in with them. It's just gonna, it's not a top priority for me. It looks really cool. I didn't play the demo. The demo was slammed front to end. Day 1 to day last 1, 2. I don't know. The demo was like really slammed. We're gonna get a manual. I should have quested in a place that I usually quest. I don't usually make it all the way up here. Like this is going okay, but I haven't done these that many times. Thank goodness it lasts until January. I'm sure I need to get my gear score up. Nah. I doubt it. I think it's gonna be like an LFR style thing. And I would imagine that you will be able to just like, even if you're not sure if your computer can handle it, I would turn all of your graphics all the way down. Scale your resolution down if you need to. Like if you can play in a window at like 720, that might help. Just do whatever you got to do to get in. I don't think you're going to need to like super perform. It's going to be like an LFR boss rush. And I don't think that you're going to have people that tried to get them out. For the most part, on average, I think that if you're there and you try to get in for a run, you're probably going to get it. They're not trying to have that be skill gated, really. I don't think there's an 8-2 date. I feel so special getting the same Deathwing mount everyone in every server has. Well, the thing, though, is, sure, everyone in every server will have it now, but it's kind of like the Corehound mount. Like, the Corehound mount, all you had to do for this was do the 10th anniversary event and get through that Molten Core LFR. Now, granted, the Molten Core LFR was a mess, but you could do it. You could queue for it in LFR, you could live your life, you could do it. And at the time, everybody had one of these because it was almost a gimme. You get through the raid and you're good. And now, you know, that was 5 years ago. Not everybody was playing during the event. So it's just a thing to show that you were there, and not everybody will be. So as time goes on, because it's available for a limited duration, it's a pretty good size limited duration, but because it's limited, it will become more rare as time goes on if that's what you're looking for. And, because, I mean, lots of people have this, but certainly not everybody anymore. Some people probably miss this. We missed you, Sup Deshaun. How you doing? I'm back. Not about special for me, it's about having them out. All 9 bosses in 3 raids and LFR for them out. Yep. And you're gonna be like porting throughout the raid, you're gonna be porting through from boss room to boss room. Like they're just Chromie, I think, will port you along. You can still this mount of the black market auction house? That's cool. I didn't know that. Ellipse Phoenix, thank you very much for the sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. Anniversary event starts tomorrow, lasts until January, apparently. And Green Corehound, Best Corehound. I never got that one. Starts tomorrow, lasts till January. Wasn't playing that long ago. Is it a drop or a guaranteed thing for all participants? The mount is, I believe, guaranteed if you complete the raid. We'll find out for surezies tomorrow. I will, I want to put out a video. Tomorrow's Tuesday. I usually do mount run streams. I'm still going to do that, but I am going to be making a video tomorrow looking through... Oh gosh, that's awkward actually. I want to record my first run through and the moment when I get them out to use in the video, which means I either need to do it before I start my stream and get up very early, or I need to like stream Siege of Orgrimmar while 700,000 people tell me to go do the anniversary event because it's out, and then do it after I turn off my stream. That's also awkward. I'll figure something out. The rarest mount that I own, I think in terms of people that have collected it, I want to say... Well, actually, I'm not 100% sure. It would be nice if there was a tool. I know Wowhead has access to that data. Wowhead has a thing where you can see on a mount what percentage of profiles have attained it. And I think that might be just Wowhead profiles, but it's still something. I have the Swift Spectral Tiger. I bought this off of the auction house. Well, in Warlords. So in Warlords, I had a bunch of alts and I was making a bunch of gold just with the mission table. That's it. Nothing special. Just turning in missions on like 10 characters. It took like an hour a day, but it was worth it. And I bought most of the TCG mounts just with that gold, which is a good call because they're expensive now. But I saw the mount posted on the auction house for 1 mil gold. And for the first and last time in my life, I actually like sent an in-game mail to the person that had listed it to ask if we could arrange a time for me to buy it from them in person so that we could save the deposit, because like auction house deposits are or fees are percentage based. So the auction house was going to eat like 100,000 gold or something like that if I bought it on the AH. So I suggested that we like find a time, meet in person, and then split that difference. Like I pay them, of that 100K difference or whatever it was, we each keep 50K of it, and I pay less and they get more. So we did that and I bought it. Best day ever. A few websites that will tell you that data. I want to say Tiger is so pretty. Rarity has that data. Can I like set up a profile and find out? Because I'd also be interested to see what my rarest battle pet is. Rarity. Wow. That's an add-on. WowRarity.com. Accurate stats updated daily. Rarest of mounts. So I guess I can just kind of look through the top rankings and then tell you when the first one I have. So if I do this and then scooch this over. So this is WoW Rarity. I have never been to this website before. Hopefully it doesn't ruin me. Rarity of mounts. Okay. This is the wrong way. I need last. The rarest mounts in the world. Okay, so you have the rarest mounts in the world. Gladiator mounts, obviously. And then like things like the Black Ram, those original colors. I definitely don't have any of that. Previous. So we've got Glad mounts. I do not have a single Glad mount. Or rank 1 Glad mounts, mind you. So absolutely not. I don't have a Black Karachi War Tank. What is the rarest mount I have? Swift Shore Strider, maybe? I'm missing a few TCG mounts, and I want to say it's these 3. Do I have an X51? I have an X51 Nether Rocket, but it's not the right one. Is it the right one? I don't know. I have this thing. Brixie, thank you very much for the 5 months. Welcome back. Missed you. Missed you guys too. Did you do the transmog quest yet? No, I forgot. That's a good idea. How long does it take? Never saw you stream before. Thanks for all the guides you did in the past. Helped a lot, especially the pet ones. Thank you for watching them. You guys the real MVPs here. 2 months TCG, a bunch of dupe pets. I'm still trying to figure. So assuming that this is not the right Nether Rocket, what else do I have? We're getting into like the 0.7%. I do not have a Glacial Tidestorm. Honor level 500. Good grief. Frightened Kodo, only 1.6%. I don't have that yet. All right, something in around here, I betcha. Heavenly Onyx. Nope. Mechagon Peacekeeper. Yeah, there it is. Is that really the rarest mount that I have? I have a Mechagon Peacekeeper. It dropped for me in my first run. Is that really the rarest mount that I have? I also have a Mechacycle Model W. This is really surprising to me. Vicious War Turtle. Really? These are obtainable things. I guess just nobody bothered. Oh, I want the risen mare so bad. I have some island mounts too. Okay, what about pets? This is really interesting. Last. Apparently the most common pet in the world is stinker. This seems wrong. This seems wrong. I might be doing this wrong. This is NA or EU, so we are looking at NA. Bucket shell snips on a little 400. Mercamus. Do I have Mercamus? What promo was that? Murky. Oh, that's the Mount Journal. Mercamus. I do have a Mercamus. Apparently that's my rarest pet. Go figure. I don't remember why. I thought that was a BlizzCon pet. Filter the list of mounts. Use WoW-pets for the pets. Pets are useless? How could you say that? That's just like your opinion, man. Drop rate quite low. Risen Mare is my only island now. I love it. I'm so jelly. I'm so jelly. I want that and the parrot. The freehold parrot. I think the red parrot is a little cuter than the green parrot. They're both amazing. I need both of them, like, immediately. Came from an arena tournament promo. Well, whatever it was, I must have done it because I do have my Mercamus. So there we go. Funnily enough, that's my rarest pet, and apparently my rarest mount, randomly, the Mechagon Peacekeeper, because that does, it's a rare drop off of HK8 and Mechagon. I just got hella lucky, I guess. It was my first run. It was my very first run. Some streamer luck. Oh my gosh, I forgot about the mount special on that thing. Mixin88, thank you very much for the 2 months at tier 3. Hello, Lady Hazel. How you like BlizzCon? BlizzCon's lit, fam. It's so cool. It's so fun. It's so overwhelming. Like, I had to warm up to BlizzCon. I was very nervous and overwhelmed and a little stressed, a little, like, stretched a little thin for the first day or two. And I feel like there's just been a lot going on in life, and then traveling is very stressful, and I had this fairly irrational, but like, feeling of, you know, I see everybody on Twitter and everybody in person, they're all meeting their friends and they're meeting their guilds and they're going places, and I had this feeling of, oh, I don't have any friends, I'm not meeting anybody, what have I done wrong with my life? And then I must have been insane, because then I met everybody and I found my friends, and it was like, oh yeah, I do have friends. What am I thinking? Why am I so sad about a thing that's not even true? But I warmed up to it, and then it's just the best place. The most memorable experience? Honestly, I have a Twitter friend that works on WoW that I've been following forever, just because, like, interesting tweets. I like following a lot of people that work on WoW on Twitter, just because it's very interesting to see their personal Twitters and the different kinds of things that everybody does, and like the memes that they tweet at each other. It's just like an interesting look at the culture. And also they're very cool people. And followed him forever, and I had popped into a stream earlier this year, and I kind of wanted to like find some time to chat and catch up, and I didn't know if I was going to get time, and it was Friday night, and it was like 2 in the morning already, and I was just heading out of a party trying to head back towards some other parties, and I didn't know if they would still be there, and they were still at one of the hotels, so I like caught up and got to have like a really good conversation. And that's my favorite thing, is just getting to connect with people that you've only met online, and just have that conversation and that experience of, we're all people and we have so much in common, and celebrating that, I think, is what BlizzCon's really about. The announcements are cool, but honestly, I missed half of them. I gotta catch up. Okami, thank you very much for the bits. I had a interface open to look at them. Maybe I made a new tab here. Did I make a new tab? I did. There it is. What do you suggest for the rep grind for the VoD and I? Trying to gather rep. Contract only 10 rep per. Stuck on Honored. What should I do? You're doing everything you can. Get yourself your Dark Moon Fair buff. Get yourself your Dark Moon Fair buff. Oh no, never mind. It ended. Sorry, rip. Oh no, it begun. Dark Moon Fair is up. Get yourself your Dark Moon Fair buff. 10% reputation. Keep that contract on. Do every single world quest you can find in Vol'dun, and then as many other world quests as you can stomach. Assuming that you've done all the regular non-world quests, that's kind of it. That's all you got. That's all you can do. Farm doubloons, buy shiny shells. This is also true. This is also true. Kienderdel. I butchered your name, but they have a very good point. You can purchase items off of the doubloon vendor that you can then turn in for rep. They used to be very not worth it because it was kind of expensive. It was like 100 doubloons or something for a token for like a 50 or 100 rep, but, and don't quote me on those values, it felt not worth it, but you get doubloons so quickly now that you could farm Mythic Islands, get a bunch of doubloons, spend them all on rep tokens. However, I would encourage you to do that if you really want a motor. Just clearing all the world quests every day with your contract on, that'll get you there. You'll be okay. My husband and I had more WoW friends attend our wedding than IRL friends. Keep going. World Quest week starts tomorrow, which means World Quest rep will be doubled. Oh, true. Yep. Do your best to hit every single available quest, and you'll be good. Kitty's up. Kitty's up. Hey, Kitty. Let's see. Let me go see. Is that true? That's my best friend. My baby. I'm looking for a manual. I don't know where it went. Samoflange manual. Is it all the way down there? No. 0 of 1 Samoflange manual. Boulder Load Mine to the northeast. Huh. Doesn't have a quest marker. Yay. Shin scritches. That cat has a... Like, she likes all kinds of scritches. I like giving her, like, a good... If you get your nails in and you give her, like, a good rub kind of back of the neck right around her shoulders. I feel like every being on the universe appreciates, like, a neck and shoulder rub. Everyone gets tense there. But, she likes that one. But if you can get her that good spot under the chin, that is her #1 favorite. You will rub... You can do that as long as you want. She'll never stop you. Absolutely never. I don't know if the WoW event gives rep. I think, actually... Oh, good point. Yo, dude. Tomorrow is going to be your day because every year so far... The WoW anniversary event has offered a tabard that you can use to give yourself X% more experience in rep, where X is equal to the number of years of the anniversary. So if they follow that trend, you'll have a tabard that you can use for basically a buff whenever you want it for 15% rep and experience. So you stack that with World Quest Week with your tabard, you're going to be golden. You're going to be done in no time. What headphones do you use? Oh, sorry, Tati. Oh God, it's gonna be home. These are Bose SoundLink 2s. It is important to note that I can get away with using a pair of like music headphones because I have a microphone set up for use in voice chat and streaming and YouTube. The microphone I wouldn't use them as your sole gaming headset. They're great because they're Bluetooth, and I will never, ever, 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 ever use wired headphones ever again if I can help it. Certainly not permanently. I am on the wireless life forever. So they're Bluetooth. They also connect to my other stuff, so I can connect them to my Apple TV, to my phone, to basically whatever, my laptop, and just switch between them really easily, which is nice. And it sounds good. And they've worked like all day, every day for me since I got them a few years ago, so they're decent, but... Microphone's garbage on them. It's like for phone calls. So if you're going to do something like this, also have a microphone set up. I said, like, even if I wasn't streaming, now that I know how nice it is to have just a mic on an arm like this, I would do it. I would do it regardless. Like, just having it at the desk. I want to set my husband up with something like this so that he can have, like, music headphones like these instead. Gonna be able to use that buff until January? Well, that's the thing, is they used to... It used to be kind of okay to have a slightly overpowered buff. Also, back when it was just like the 9th anniversary and it was only 9%, it wasn't such a big deal. It used to be okay for that buff to exist for the whole event. I don't know. I don't have any confirmation that they are going to do that again. Maybe they just say, happy anniversary, have 15% experience in rep until January. Maybe. I don't know. Why not? You know, like leveling is going to get easier anyways. So it's like, that's a big fat rep buff, but you know, we could use a big fat rep buff. I think your green hair looks great. Thank you, Habituron. Melancholic Peacock. Wow, you won the name lottery. Thank you very much for the sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. Again, congratulations on being Melancholic Peacock. That's hilarious. XP buff should be based in slash blade. Battery life on the headphones? I've never run out. I want to say like... Here, let me pull up an actual number. My battery's probably a bit degraded because I've had them for so many years, but I just charge them every night and never run out, and I use them all day. I get probably at least 6 to 8 hours out of them, but let's see. Bose SoundLink 2. So these are what, like, all of the stuff that I use, microphone, camera, headset. I have links to all of it on my Amazon recommendation shop. And if you are looking into any of it, I have some extra notes there about each thing that I have, and also I get commission if people buy stuff from there. Bose SoundLink 2 headphones. They also have SoundLink 2 speakers, which makes it very confusing. Around ear headphones. It's like the cheapest ones they offer. They're $230 full price. They go on sale once in a while. Specs. Charging time 3 hours. For 15 hours of playtime is the official spec. Again, I've never in my life run out, so I believe that. I believe that. Last year was a coin, but you can click it every hour, so basically constant buff. Exactly. Exactly, yeah. All the alts get it mailed to you, infinite charges, so you can constantly keep it on. Wear headphones all day when you're not streaming? Kind of, yeah, because like if I'm not streaming, I'm editing, or I am, if I'm working on something, I'll listen to music, or if I'm out, like I also wear these out, like walking the dog, or if I'm cooking, or if I'm doing dishes, or if I'm cleaning. Headphones for all of it. I wear them a lot. I probably wear them too much. I'm looking for the Samoflange manual. What did they say specifically? Get the manual from him. Boss Copperplug. Okay, I'm looking for Boss Copperplug. He's probably inside, you know. Bosses like to hang out indoors. Hi, Hazel. How is BlizzCon? Heard you sat next to Tally and Evitel during the WoW panel. Speaking of that, Torghast, what are your thoughts? My thoughts are let me at it. I am really excited for that. I hope it's done in a way that just makes it feel like a thing that I can just chew. Like, I want a bone to chew on. I want to be my dog. I want to, like, do everything I want to do for the day and then go to my little toy. He's got a little toy basket, and at the end of the day, he'll go dig his little face in there and pick out his favorite bone and just go chew it on his bed. I want it to be the thing that I can use to, like, fill WoW time, like islands, or alt leveling, like a thing that I can just kind of work on and feel rewarded for spending time on it, but without feeling like I have to. And be like constantly pushing myself and trying to best myself. So I think that's what I want. I did sit next to them. We walked. It's so slow trying to go anywhere with them because they get stopped for pictures constantly. So we all walked together. We had lunch upstairs, and then we all walked together to that panel, and it took us a while to get there. I'm glad we got seats. We actually found 3 together, which was fun. Well, there's nothing in here. This tower goes to nowhere. Unless this is like a invisible wall situation, but I want to say it's not. HyperX Cloud in 30 hours, working really good. Best way to level from 20 onwards? Wait. Wait until 9.0. Otherwise, if you don't want to wait, quest. Dungeons are fine, but questing is really king for like the entire thing. Quest with, and I've done videos about this, with herbalism mining, because for most expansions, when you pick a node, and I'll show you, when you go pick a herb or a mining node, there's a little copper over here, you will get a bunch of experience. So I'm going to kill this boy, and we'll see how much experience I get from doing that. So we're going to kill this guy. He's going to give me 512 experience for 1 mob kill, no rested. I wander over, and I'm like, oh, hey, copper. And we're going to mine this, which is a great animation, by the way. And 1412. So every single node that you can pick up, herb or mining, and some zones are packed with them, is going to give you essentially 3 extra mobs killed worth of experience. And some places, like if you get yourself to, what do they call that place? Swamp of Sorrows. I have to go, actually, to the Swamp of Sorrows. Also in general, but to the Swamp of Sorrows, because Sorrow Moss and Khadgar's Whisker are everywhere, and you can just wander around and level up forever. It's so good. Excited for their baby? Yeah, of course. More than 2x mob. Yep. What race is that? I am a Zandalari druid. So I'm a Zandalari troll. This is what I look like in my normal troll form. And this is my moonkin form. I am amazing. This is my bear form. Also amazing. Cat form. Hi, yeah, I'm like a dinomancer. There's my travel form. Oh, no, pardon me, that's my Hearthstone. I switched that keybind. Travel form. The ground travel form is a raptor, like this. The water one is like a dinosaur. I mean, they're all dinosaurs, but it's like a water dinosaur. Oh, and I haven't even seen the flying one yet. T and E are pregnant? Yeah, both of them collectively. I saw her bring him a plate from the restroom, and it had 2 brownies or some baked good. It had 2 of them on it, and she handed it to him. And he eats both of them. And she looks at him and goes, "Did you eat both of them?" And he's like, "I thought they were for me." They're just the best people. Did I get my Samuel Flange manual? No. Do you guys know where Boss Copper or whatever this is? He's gotta be in a house. Maybe he's in the mine. I think he might be in the mine. I have done these quests. I have my lore master. I just like didn't remember. Bye Babe Lobuth 86. Thank you very much for the 2 months. Made Druid Troll look so fun. I rolled one the other day. The forms are just too good. They're too good. Look at my horse. My horse is amazing. Zandalari Druid, his name is Dinomancer. The swimming one looks amazing. Is it hard to unlock Zandalari? If you're Horde, nah. If you're Alliance, I play Alliance, so I had to level up a Horde character to 120 just to grind their rep and do their quests. But it's worth it because you will also get, if you do that and you do both sides war campaigns, you will also get the 2 sides mount. So for Horde, they get this Bloodflank Charger, and the Alliance gets the Ironclad Frostclaw. And it's a mount that you get only if you do the BFA story from both sides. So, worth it. It takes a while. It takes a while. But not hard, just time-consuming. Genuinely happy for them. Nils with the gift sub. Thank you very much. Grats to Heims Flores. Sight Stars, thank you very much for the 3 months. Made a live stream. Welcome. Hey, I found Boss Copperplug. Welcome to the show. Back Hazel, missed ya? It is worth it. You need to have faction changes swap the rep up. I want to say it doesn't work like that. I want to say that if you faction swap, it won't give it to you. I'm not 100%, but there has to be a reason that you can't just buy that. I feel like people had to grind them. Didn't know you're on Twitch now? I am. I switched. Also, I just killed Boss Copperplug, and he did not give me a manual. So, I think it's time for me to wowhead this quest and figure out... It's funny, because the quest name is Read the Manual. And I have read that text like 3 times, and I'm still not 100%. You get the boss, and you get the pages off of... Oh, you get the cover off of him. Okay. So he gave me... Oh, he dropped me a Samaflange manual cover. Oh. And then I joined the cover in 5 pages, and I have 5 pages because I've been killing these mobs forever. So, okay. We made it. I am a booksmith. I can turn these in. Does not work if you faction swap. I figured it wouldn't. Somebody would have stopped me back when I was grinding it if I could just faction swap and get it for free. And gather pages. I should have looked it up earlier. Get myself my earth root. The other nice thing about gather leveling, and that's actually how I level through BFA zones now. I just fly around and gather herbs and mining. I don't even quest really. You get to sell all that stuff. The low level stuff doesn't sell for a ton, but it does sell for something. And I found that I can usually make pretty reliably a couple thousand gold. By the time I got to BFA zones, I was about 10, 15k up just from selling like old world mats on the last character that I leveled. What covenant are you going to choose when it finally arrives? Depends on their abilities and how good they are for Shadow Priest. I'm going to see all of them across my alts because I have enough alts. I want to pick Venthyr. I will never remember. I'm going to mispronounce that forever. I want to pick Venthyr, but I will pick when I need to. What's your thoughts on the level squish? 120 down to 60? Yeah, 120 to 50 technically, but I'm not going to fight you on that. I'm the worst. Yeah, no, I think it'll be fine. I think there's going to be some weird oddities that result from it. I have questions such as, at what point will we be able to fly? Can I just make a level 1 and start flying around Kata zones leveling? Because I've unlocked all that, but I think it'll be fine. I'm excited for it because it means that the level experience overall will have meaningful rewards for each level up, and it will be faster. Those were my 2 wish list items, and they're doing both of those, so that's it. Saw you in the Blizzard stream, you looked excited. I was so happy. How long does it normally take you to level a tune to max? Depends on how consistently I'm doing it. If I'm playing it every day, I can do it in like a week. Of like a week of like estimating 3 hours a day. So like 20, let's bump that up to like 25 hours. That sound right? Is that wrong? I don't know. But usually I just do it here and there. What's my slash played right now, actually? Slash played. Also, I play this on stream, so it's a real mess. So she's apparently I'm already 10 hours in and I'm only level 53, so I guess maybe a lot more than that. It was great meeting you at BlizzCon. Thanks for coming to say hi. What happens with Mastery? No idea. Do you plan on going to BlizzCon 2020? They can't keep me up. I mean, they can if they ban me, but like they can't. I want to go to everyone forever now. I can't imagine not going. I'm gonna get some pants that I need. Oh, those actually match an appearance that I have. Okay. Take a ride. Yeah, no, every year I double guess my decision to go to BlizzCon. I go, oh, it's so expensive, it's so stressful, I'm not gonna be able to stream, I'm not gonna be able to make videos, I'm gonna lose Twitch subs, or, well, this year I'm gonna lose Twitch subs, I'm gonna lose money, I'm gonna fall behind, I'm gonna get sick, I'm gonna be lonely, I'm gonna be nervous, and I like have a million reasons to not go. And then I go, and I can't imagine not going. It's like going home. It's your favorite shaman totem? Mine's a tie between High Mountain, Tauren, Goblin, all super cool. Volpera totem, 100%. Like, the Kultiran is really good, too. But I love the Volpera totems. How many processors did you see? There was a couple of them inside that I spotted on Saturday that, like, had signs. I saw 3 of them there. But for the most part, I saw some people in shirts. I saw some people in some Winnie the Pooh outfits that were super cute. But everybody was very friendly and very polite and having a good time. And there were some Hong Kong shirts floating around, but it didn't really disrupt the event at all. Their totems have little tails. Only streamer I didn't get to meet next year. Next year. I was talking to the Con Before the Storm guy, or not guy, but like the Overlord, the Con Before the Storm Overlord. I caught up with Seraphis, and I told him, like, I'm gonna keep coming back, so you better have a table for me. You can't freeze me out now. I need this. Oh, that's true. They did disrupt the WoW Q&A. That's right. I did hear about that. I did hear about that. That was unfortunate. That was kind of not cool. I think Tally did a great job of handling it, from what I heard. Like, he did exactly the right thing. Yeah. I need to wrap up here. I feel so bad because I'm having so fun and I'm back. I need to wrap up because I gotta get some stuff done. I will be back tomorrow morning with mount runs and maybe some anniversary stuff. I'm gonna be making some videos. I have had a lot of thoughts. I didn't even get a chance to talk about them in this stream, but it's okay because I stream a lot. I had a lot of thoughts about, I think BlizzCon did a really good job of clarifying for me who I am, because I've been having some identity issues of figuring out, like, people tell me to keep being me and I don't know what that means. I don't know who I am or what I want to do, and I feel like going to BlizzCon this year helped clarify for me who I am and what I do and what I want to do, and how it's a little different from the way everybody does it, but it's great that everybody can do things a little bit differently. I got to talk to Annie Fuchsia about streaming and about social media, and had some really interesting insights from her. I got to talk with, like I said, T&E. I got to catch up with Mr. GM and Final Boss and all of these people, and I think it really helped me, and especially meeting viewers and everything, helped me realize what it is that I really want to do and what my priorities are and what I want to try to accomplish for myself and for you guys over the next year. So I don't have anything specific to announce. I am thinking about switching the way I do. I am thinking about changing my mind on posting stream VODs to YouTube. I think I was just being a bit dumb. I think I might go back to posting stream VODs. I'm going to post this one. I have to wait 24 hours because Twitch, but I think I'm going to go back to posting full stream VODs on YouTube because it doesn't matter. I trust YouTube's algorithm to not bother people with them if they're not going to watch them, but I want to make them there. Not every single one, not 6 a week, but maybe go back to the 2. I'm thinking about it. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'm going to get some Patreon stuff done. I'll announce the baking stream, pick a date I need to pick there's a tie in the poll, so I got to pick a winner. I will be back tomorrow. I'll be back every day forever. I missed you guys so much. I'm so happy to be home. Thank you so much for everything. You guys are precious and perfect and amazing. Let's see if anybody else is on. Are people home yet? People home from the convention? Okami with the bits. Thank you very, very much. Let me grab the message from those if I can find where I left it. I think we might get the Night Fae Satyr things as their new playable friends. Maybe. I don't know really what's going to happen with new races and allied races now that we have this new customization. You know who's on? Jack's on. Jack's on. I got to catch up with Jack. I'm gonna host Jack. Thank you guys so much. I'll be back right tomorrow, and I'm gonna send you guys to the coolest priest in Azeroth. So thank you. Goodbye.
After this, we put the charge. Try to put it a bit further back here, yellow, the next one. Ooh, charge coming.
Oh my goodness. So Hazel! Thank you so much for the raid. Hello, hello, hello.
Here.
Great to catch you.